Hi, my name is Tara Lessard, and I live right outside of Philadelphia in very close proximity to New York. I was introduced to Share and was asked to share my patient story with you. So I wanted to tell you that I was diagnosed in September of 2015 with fourth stage ovarian cancer. It came as a huge surprise to me, although, as you might know, felt that there was something wrong for a few months, in fact close to a year. I had had some acid reflux, some swelling, issues going to the bathroom, used to throw myself pity parties, as my ex called them at the time. When I was admitted to a hospital in the town I live, it was just a county hospital with pain. They had done a CT scan with contrast. And what they told me was to have my family there the next day. They kept me overnight. I pretty much thought I had a colonoscopy that was needed, and not much else. My dad is a chiropractor, and I worked with him for over 34 years, so I had a natural lifestyle. Good food, working out, was a boxer, slept really well, maintained my health that way all the time. When the doctors had come in the next day at noon, they told me I had fourth-stage ovarian cancer. We were really shocked. And I think the first thing that I thought was, I'm grateful that it's me. Just with the family dynamics the way they are, I thought I could shoulder that responsibility because I'd have their support, but I know that I have it within me to be a positive person. We went for opinions because they said they weren't able to help me. And so another local Philadelphia hospital where I really felt like I was a number, and I didn't choose them. My sister, who lives in New York, was really helpful then with finding a hospital that I did like, and I treated right outside of Philadelphia in New Jersey for the first steps of care. So in total, I treated from September until January, and then I had a really big debulking surgery, as many of you I'm sure would know as well. So the protocol was Taxol, and it was really difficult on my body. And at the time it was carboplatin as well. And from that I had some really intense reactions. In January, when I had the debulking surgery and I went back into chemo afterwards, they switched to Taxotere and carboplatin, but I was still in a wheelchair for around 8 months. I was thankfully cancer-free in April of 2016, where I decided to do some testing for the BRCA gene and found that I am indeed BRCA1 positive. That came as a huge surprise as well, and I was asked by the hospital I was treating at the time to do a preventative double mastectomy. I was really still in recovery, no hair, and still in a wheelchair, and just really sick, and absolutely said no, that wasn't my choice at the moment. So we just waited and saw, as they said, and I ended up getting re-diagnosed in January of 2017. At the time, I had been treating at a hospital right outside of Philadelphia, and I went back there, and they had been on the wait and see. And when they told me that the outlook wasn't good, they were going to repeat the same chemotherapy regimen we had done before and not do surgery. And at that juncture, I thought, wow, 21 chemotherapies with, at the time, cisplatin and Taxol, which led me about 8 months in a wheelchair, only to be cancer-free under 6 months. No thank you. As a result of not doing treatment with them, I went to another area hospital in Philadelphia, and they said to me that is protocol, and that's what we would do as well. And I wasn't satisfied with that. At the time I was eligible for a trial, and I was interested in that, but still didn't find the answer I was looking for. And I ended up finding it in Atlanta. So I did fly out there with my mom and my sister, and we agreed to a treatment protocol that was surgery. I ended up treating in Atlanta, Georgia, and they thought outside the box, so I was able to have my spleen removed. I didn't know it then, but I ended up having, once I signed up to say I would have my spleen removed, I came back home to kind of get my affairs in order, and I had an obstructed bowel. So I ended up being in the hospital here locally for a month. They didn't want to do well, they did want to do surgery. I didn't want them to do surgery because I chose the place in Atlanta. And so I let them just get me to a place where I was stable. Within the month, I hired a medical transport van. I was not able to fly, and was driven to Atlanta, where I did indeed receive my surgery. During that period in time when I was in the hospital for a month, I had a breakup with my ex. We had been together 5 years, and I also lost my job. So when you say, you know, things happen, yeah, I'm really aware of things that way. But I also knew that I had a lot of road ahead of me to cover, and I needed the best possible people on my side to help me do it. When I did go to Atlanta, I had surgery to remove the spleen and then 14 inches of the small bowel. At that time, I was pretty sick and didn't realize it then, but within a week developed a stomach perforation that kept me in the hospital there for about 2.5 months. So I'm very grateful to be here, just that I was able to make it out after that. Fantastic care. I was able to have 6 chemotherapies of Gemsar, and that was able to get me cancer-free in September of 2017. And then they said it was a perfect candidate for the PARP inhibitor Zejula, niraparib. So I was on that for an entire year. That led me up until September of this year when I was re-diagnosed with pelvic cancer. So I did 3 chemotherapies with Doxil, and as of a few weeks ago I just got re-diagnosed because it did spread to now the lymph nodes as well. So actually on Thursday I'm starting with cisplatin and Gemsar, and about every other week for a while, just to make sure that we monitor and that the presence of disease goes down. When you talk about fear, I've been up and down and sideways with the CA-125. Right now it is almost 5,000. So for those of you that are watching it and nervous and anxious as it climbs to 28 or 30 or 50, you know, even 2,000, I'm here to say to you, it's almost 5,000, and I'm okay, because in my heart I know that I'm being cared for and watched by my hospital, which is now a hospital in Philadelphia I love a lot, and I know that they have me. Part of my care and daily regimen is vitamins for sure. I use acupuncture. I speak with my religious gurus and gather people around me that are a fantastic team. I absolutely use chiropractic. Occupational therapy for the neuropathy in my hands, physical therapy for my neuropathy in my feet, pelvic floor therapy, which is really, really amazing, and I wish I would have known about it back in 2016. I think it would have helped a lot back then, but it helps now. I am on disability permanently, and I know that my daily life really depends so much on what's happening in my mind and then dropping down into my body. So this is one of a few videos that I'm going to do for you. I hope that my story inspires some of you, just that it's possible to live through this with ease and with elegance if you gather around the people that you need to be on your side for you. I do love my life. I am grateful for the people that surround me. I bless the people that left. And I welcome each person that I see as the face of God, which was told to me by my life coach. And also try to cultivate curiosity around all the things that would make me scared or fearful for the future. So I'll look forward to getting more videos together for you. Email in your questions. SHARE is a fantastic organization. I'm so grateful to be a part of volunteering. I might have met some of you at their recent cook event in New York City. I know that for myself, I absolutely love and cherish the phone calls that they have of support and their online classes, and the fact that there's recall available in case I'm not feeling well. So email us and let us know what you love about SHARE and things that you might like to hear us talk about. Thank you. It's nice to meet you, and have a great rest of your day.